Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to everyone's favorite show about plastic surgery, health, and beauty. This is Nip Talk. On today's episode, first off, what causes surgery cancellations? We're going to talk about it after a patient's story about a surgery cancellation went viral. And then I got a fake news report. Mar-a-Lago face requests are on the rise. Surgeons are worried about this. Is this really true? We're going to talk about it. And then finally, Sarah's going to go over 2025 Thanksgiving trends. It's all coming up right now.
Live from Lincoln Center in the heart of the Dallas Metroplex, this is Nip Talk, an honest and uncensored show about plastic surgery, health, beauty, and lifestyle, with your host, plastic surgeon Dr. Bruce Hermann, and your co-host, entrepreneur and social media influencer Sarah Bennett. Now it's time to discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of the topics everyone is talking about. It's time for Nip Talk.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us a ton. I'm your host, plastic surgeon Dr. Bruce Hermann. With me always is Sarah.
Hi.
Here early on a gloomy Thursday.
Yeah, I brought my umbrella.
You did?
Yeah, because I had to park across the street. There's
I
no
did
parking.
too. There was no parking. I know. Yeah, it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Brenda, there was no parking today. How are you, Brenda, in the box?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, parking's been rough, but
Yeah, it's crazy. I think they're redoing the parking lot. So.
Yeah,
And you guys are making the big move next week, right? To the new studio?
We are.
Have you seen what studio we're going to be in? Is it good?
It's like the same studio, so it's pretty much the same setup.
Do you
She
like
says
it?
it's kind of nicer.
Yeah.
Have you
Except
seen
for
it?
the bathrooms. She said the bathrooms.
Yeah, I mean the girls' bathroom is because for the studio here we have to go all the way down
Well,
the
we
hallway,
just got
so.
the new bathrings here. Remember they
I know,
renovated
right? Yeah,
them?
for years
Yeah.
they were under construction.
less privacy. It's not like Buc-ee's where you have like the walls between
Yeah.
y'all.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the new bathrooms here are like more
Wait, did you go up there already?
private. No,
Oh.
the bathrooms here on this level.
Oh, the bathrooms here. So they're good here or not here?
They're good here.
They are.
They are
Is the
good.
new studio just above us?
No, it's in a new building,
Yeah,
right?
it's Tower 1, so it's on the other side, but it's actually a floor above, so it's floor 8 instead of 7.
We're going to figure out where we're supposed to park. That's going to
Yeah.
stress me out in 2 weeks when we come back. Where do I park?
It's gonna stress me out real bad because of my car doesn't fit under things.
Dude, try parking my truck. It's like parking an aircraft carrier.
Really?
Oh, it's so long and it turns like a school bus.
Because it's like, is it power steering?
Well, yeah, but like it's like 100 miles long, and so like those parking garages are really kind of compact. Like we parked at Roberts with me, and we parked in a spot, and like we can't get out of the car, so then we had to like go find another spot. Yeah, it's you know.
I'm too wide.
Yeah, Robert's too wide, and the truck's too wide. First world problems. So
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into some segments. We got some pretty interesting ones today. You know, I always am like, okay, what are we going to talk about? And then I kind of look through the news and find stuff. So you know, I have found that sometimes when I'm reading news articles, and I'm always looking at news articles for either the show or, you know, just various things that I do, you know, you sometimes find news articles that really kind of make a lot out of nothing, and I think that this is a case. But it does bring up an interesting topic. So this segment is what causes surgery cancellations, and this spawns from a canceled surgery sparking outrage in the state of Florida, which I feel like if Florida is going to be outraged about medical stuff, this would probably be low on their list. But this article started in the Miami Herald, but it did get picked up by a few national outlets. So I'm going to throw the article up there. If anybody wants to look at the article that we're talking about, just kind of Google this. But I'll give you the breakdown. And I don't want to know what you guys think about this, because I read this article and I was like, wait, what are we upset about? So basically there was this guy in Miami, Michael Davis, and he was set to have open heart surgery, elective, okay? So that's important to know that this was not an emergency surgery.
Right.
This is like an elective. I didn't say exactly. I assume it's probably a CABG, which is a bypass surgery. And he was seeing a Dr. Joseph Lamelis, who's actually a pretty well-respected cardiothoracic surgeon, heart surgeon, who actually used to work here in Dallas. He worked at Baylor University Medical Center for a while.
That's nice.
But now so this guy's legit, right? So he's in Miami now. And this patient was the 4th patient of the day, okay? So that may seem like a lot, and we'll kind of get to that. So the day starts, you know, and of course, and to empathize with this poor guy, of course, you know, he's got to schedule the time to go to surgery and the recovery, and maybe he's got family that are going to help him. He has to not eat or drink anything, the day before. So, it is a big deal to have surgery scheduled, and especially something major like heart surgery. However, the second patient of the day apparently had some complications.
Yeah.
So the surgery got really drawn out.
Right.
It basically cascaded into a bunch of delays, and it ended up that
Probably stressed that doctor out.
of course. Oh my gosh. I can tell you. And fortunately, my practice generally does not revolve around doing 5 or 6 cases in a day.
Yeah.
I'll do like a mommy makeover. It's one surgery. It takes 6 or 7 hours, and that's all I have. Or I may have like 2 breast augmentations, so I got like 2 cases. I'm generally like a really busy day for me would be like 3 or 4 cases. But that's pretty rare, just because the way my practice is. So anyhow, the second case had some complications, got delayed, and it ended up that if they were going to start Mr. Davis's case, it was going to start at night. Well, there's problems with that because the OR staff gets cut down. There's not as many people there, and it does sort of become a question of safety in that if you don't have like your full normal crew, should you proceed with like a very big surgery like open heart surgery, and it's very reasonable to say, okay, this is unfortunate, but we need to reschedule you.
Yeah.
So the surgeon comes out, he talks to the guy, he explains what happened, say, hey, my second patient had some problems, it really drawed out the length of that surgery, and that kind of cascaded into, we really can't do your surgery today. And so the guy took a lot of offense to that, and he's like, well, this seemed like a Chick-fil-A where I was just another person in a line, and his wife.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, that's what he said. So he writes a letter to the hospital, and I think he like contacted the local media, and so like this news article pops up basically saying, that this guy was wronged because his surgery got canceled, which again, I do empathize with this guy. I mean, it is a big deal to plan surgery, and it totally sucks if your surgery get canceled. But kind of
What would you rather have your surgery be done like 110% to like everybody's on point
right,
and
exactly.
stuff, or
Yeah,
would you rather have
well,
a crappy one?
I agree with you 1,000% on that. And this guy's argument is like, well, why did this surgeon have so many surgeries scheduled in a day? Well, 4 sounds like a lot, especially when you're talking about heart surgery, but that is like the standard. I looked it up, and the average busy cardiothoracic surgeon does 3 to 5 cases a day.
Yeah.
And this guy, because of all this blown up, I guess released a statement. He's like, I've been doing 4 surgeries a day for like 20 years. So, it just was really bad luck. I mean, you can't always account for, complications happening.
So does it take like 1 to 2 hours to do those surgeries or something?
Yeah, a couple hours. And what they do is they stagger the rooms, and this is really common with busy services like heart surgery or orthopedics, where they'll actually have 2 ORs assigned to that surgeon, and there's 2 OR teams, so they'll start the first case, and then when they get close to finishing, they'll actually start moving towards starting the second, and the surgeon will literally bounce from room to room. And there's no downtime. Like when I do a surgery, there's downtime in between because I only have 1 OR and 1 team, and so like I'll do a surgery, we finish, I do the orders, and then I see the next patient, but then I'm waiting like 45 minutes to start, because they got to get the patient back, and they have to get them asleep, and they have to get them prepped. So with these busy services, they'll stagger 2 rooms, and it's way more efficient. So,
yeah, and they just do like the major.
Yeah, right. And
things.
they have people. It's very common with cardiothoracic that the heart surgeon won't even do the closures. They'll have a PA or maybe like a resident or fellow doctor do like the non-critical parts. And so. It's totally feasible to do that many cases in a day. So yeah, this thing kind of blew up, and it got picked up by like some national news media, and I'm just like, yeah, I really do empathize that this guy's surgery is canceled, but this is not
That big of a deal?
Yeah, it's just not that uncommon. And so I thought it would actually make an interesting segment. I mean, one, just talking about this and be like, okay, is this a huge deal? Probably not. Again, knowing that it is a total bummer for that guy. But I thought it'd be interesting to talk about what causes surgery cancellations. Like, how common are surgery cancellations, and what is the reason that they get canceled? So I kind of knew this data just from my own experience with cancellations, and I'm actually on an executive committee for our surgery center, which is all elective stuff. So I kind of know some of this data anyway, but I kind of dug into it to see like, okay, what is the current metric? So for an elective surgery in the United States, the average rate of cancellation the day of surgery is around 5 to 10%.
Okay.
It varies a lot depending on what type of surgery it is. You know, for example, like my cancellation rate's insanely low. Why? Because most of my patients are really motivated to get surgery and they're all healthy.
Right.
So that goes into, okay, well, what's causing cancellations? Well, the number one cause for surgery cancellations is actually patient issues, meaning the patient gets sick.
Okay.
You know, whatever issue they have becomes, you know, unstable and it becomes not an elective procedure, or they, you know, get the flu, or they have an infection and you don't want to do a surgery when the patient has infection. So a little over 1/3 of surgery cancellations are caused because of some patient issue. And not like, you know, the patient did something bad or dumb. It's like they just got sick or they, you know, have some, you know, illness going on. The next three are all about even, which accounts for about 10% each. This one does hit me occasionally, which is non-compliance with preoperative instructions. So have you had surgery before? Okay, what do they tell you got to do the day before surgery? They tell you anything?
Like, don't eat anything?
There you go. Don't eat or drink, right? I know it's complicated, but every once in a while, some patient will come in and they'll say, when was the last time you ate or drank? Like, oh, well, I had like a 20-ounce coffee this morning. Well, sorry, surgery's canceled. The other one, too, that actually is hitting me every once in a while is now there's pretty strict restrictions on when you can take drugs like Ozempic. Because I think we talked about this just in passing in a couple segments in the past. You know, Ozempic slows down your stomach emptying, right? And so you don't want to have food or drink on your stomach when you're having surgery. It's a risk. So now there's pretty strict restrictions on, you know, when you can take Ozempic, what you eat the day before. So I've had a cancellation or two because of that. In fact, I just had one like a month ago, which is super annoying. So that's a big one. Equipment or supply problems.
Okay.
You know, like, so for example, what if my breast implants don't come in?
Right.
I mean, if we don't have the implants, can't do the surgery. Or what if there's a piece of equipment I need and, you know, it wasn't cleaned or it got lost or broken? So that's another big one. That's about 10%. The other one is lack of OR time or staff. And so what happened to this guy would likely fall into that category of lack of OR time, meaning, or staff, that because the surgery got delayed and they were cutting down on teams, that, you know, I don't know, his was so rare and weird, it's almost its own category of like, oh, there were complications and we just can't get to it. But lack of OR time or staff is another big one. So between those four things, you're talking about 80% of cancellations. And then of course, there's like, you know, times when the doctor gets sick.
Yeah.
I've had to cancel surgery once because I was really sick. It's pretty rare, and you know, if I'm just minorly sick, then I'll probably do it because it's like, you know, people work when they're sick all the time. But like, you know, if you're sick enough that you can't, you know, do it safely, then obviously you have to cancel.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, surgery cancellations do happen, and it sucks. It sucks for the doctor. It sucks for the facilities. Like, facilities lose a ton of money if they have to cancel a case.
Well, like, is this guy gonna get his surgery rescheduled
Yeah,
with
he
this
did.
doctor?
He's already had it. He got it rescheduled.
With the same doctor?
Yeah, of course. I guess. I mean, yeah, I think so.
After he like did all this mess?
Yeah, I think it maybe just blew up. I don't know.
I would be like, this is canceled purely because I don't like you.
Firing the patient. That's
You're
hard to do,
fired.
actually. I mean, I kind of get that. If somebody, you know, did something like this and made some
Like
big deal.
trying to like
drag you through
defamation.
the mud. Yeah, drag you through the mud. I mean, you know, honestly, Sarah, that's a great question. And I know the guy had his surgery, and I'm pretty sure the same guy did it.
I would have been like, no, bro, this is elective and you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but you'd be running a little bit of risk, because that could like make it even worse. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I would be pissed if like.
Well, you can tell people no for surgeries, right? Because it's elective.
If it's elective, yeah, 100%.
So why wouldn't that cardiac surgeon be able to do that?
I don't know. Maybe it all blew up after. I mean, because what likely happened, honestly, is they probably rescheduled that guy within a week. Probably within a week, he was done.
And then he did all this afterwards.
And he probably did all this afterwards, yeah.
What do they call them, male Karens?
Chads? Or is Chad
Yeah,
good?
definitely Chad.
I thought Chad was good, though. Like,
Chad's like sounds like a freaking sorority, like a fraternity boy.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole, that's the
I
whole
could see
thing.
that.
I thought
Kyle.
I know that this
Kyle,
is like
maybe,
kind
I
of
think.
derailing, but like I understand that.
Kevin.
Brittany, you probably know this
It's a
better
Kevin.
than us. Like in the social media lingo, Chad is both good and bad, right?
I just think Chad like a.
I think it's more bad.
You think it's more bad?
Yeah.
I've heard it both ways.
Because I think I Googled this once, because I was calling my boyfriend Tristan a Chad, and then he had these like
Kevin
sunglasses
or
on, and he like cut someone off and like honked at them. I was like, all right, you're being like, I can't remember if it's Kyle or Chad, and I think it was Chad.
total Chad.
But I call him Kyle because I just think that's more fitting.
Yeah,
because
I think of Chad as like a dude, bro. Like
Yeah.
like.
You know what's so funny is I have a sister. Her name's Karen, and so like anytime I hear Karen, I'm always like, oh man, I feel bad for people out there named Karen because
Does she have a pixie haircut?
she does.
Does she act like a Karen though?
No, she's pretty good. I mean, I love my sister, but it's just funny. Like her name's Karen, and like if you just looked at her, it looks like those
memes.
the memes of people, and I'm like, man, I feel so bad for her. It's like, how does it happen that the name that is your name becomes? Well, that kind of happened to me, and you know, and you guys probably don't know this, but. And you might remember this, Robert. Like in the 80s and 90s, do you know what the generic name for a gay person was? It was Bruce. Do you remember that? You don't remember that?
Bruce.
Yeah, it's like you know like the generic name for somebody who complains about nothing
Yeah.
is Karen. For like a short time, like it was like every like show or whatever that had the the gay person, their name was Bruce. And I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. I mean, I didn't really.
Besides Batman.
Huh?
Besides Batman.
Besides Bruce Wayne, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that kind of like fell off, because I guess it just became more.
Whenever I think of Karen, I think of that John and Kate +8 lady that had all those babies.
Oh right.
And she was like the epitome of a Karen. Like, this receipt doesn't have the
yeah.
extra 2% off that
Yeah.
I had that
Right,
I
right,
needed.
right.
Like, she was just super on it.
All right, let's recap this one real quick, Bram. Surgery cancellations, what causes them? Should you be outraged when it happens? Well, surgery cancellations do happen. About 5 to 10% of elective cases do get canceled for various reasons. For example, if the patient gets suddenly sick or has an infection, you don't want to do surgery. If they don't follow the pre-op instructions for not eating or drinking, that can cancel. Sometimes the equipment doesn't show up. Sometimes the OR staff doesn't show up, and occasionally the surgeons are sick. So surgery cancellations do happen, and it totally sucks. It sucks for the surgeon, it sucks more for the patient. You get prepped to have your surgery, you're all ready to have it done, and suddenly it doesn't happen. But we were talking today on the show about this crazy story out of Miami where some guy's surgery got canceled for a really legit reason. The previous patient had complications and it delayed, and they just couldn't get to it. And then it blew up into like this big kind of national news story, and it really kind of surprised me. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I do feel bad for the guy, but hey, it happens. I mean, surgery cancellations, unfortunately, are a thing. Yeah, we just kind of talked about the reasons those are happening. So yeah, let us know if you have any questions about that. We'd love to answer them. So, all right, moving on. Sometimes a good segment doesn't always report the news, but it reports news that's not real.
Okay.
And that's what this is. Did you guys, you guys are on socials, did you see the big surge in, and maybe it's just because of like my For You and what I follow, did you see all the news articles about doctors being worried about people requesting Mar-a-Lago face? Did that hit you
No.
guys' feed?
I think my mom told me about this actually.
Okay, yeah.
I
So-
haven't seen it personally.
All
I
right.
don't know. I don't
But
really
I was
know
like,
what
what?
Mar-a-Lago
I don't
means.
either.
You
I was
don't
like,
know
what is
Mar-a-Lago
that?
fit? Did we not talk about this? Oh my God. Okay,
I don't
all right. Well,
remember.
let's jump into it. So this segment is about the surge in people requesting Mar-a-Lago faces, got doctors all worried, and I personally think that this is fake news.
Was this somebody named Mar-a-Lago?
Okay, so let me explain what Mar-a-Lago face. I swear to, I thought we did a segment on this, but you know what it was? I did a media tour thing where I was asked to talk about Mar-a-Lago face, and I thought we talked about this on the show, but obviously we
Isn't it
didn't because you
is it
guys
a
are looking at
place?
me like I'm talking a different language. So, all right, so Mar-a-Lago face. So briefly, what is that? Well, there was this kind of realization that a lot of the women and some men who are in Donald Trump's inner circle that go to Mar-a-Lago, which is his compound or secret base, or I don't know what it is. I guess it's what is Mar-a-Lago? It's like a
Is it-
resort.
Yeah, isn't it like a hotel?
I don't know, I guess. I don't know what it is. I know it's a place where he hangs out. He owns it. I guess it's a hotel or a resort. And so he brings a lot of his, inner circle there. And there was this kind of realization that a lot of the people that go to Mar-a-Lago have a certain look about them, and it's a look of being overdone. Like the really full lips, the really full cheeks, maybe the bad facelift. And it got dubbed Mar-a-Lago face. And I swear I thought we did a segment on this on the show, but I think what it was is I did some media requests to talk about it. And so I have Christy Nome in there, I think, is the next picture, Brenna. It's like the title picture. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, so that's Christy Nome. She's the head of Homeland Security. And so that's the look, right? Like, I mean, you look at her and she doesn't look bad at all, but to me it looks like she's had work done.
Yeah, you can definitely tell like she has, I'm not saying lashes or like, oh, she has a lot of work, but she definitely looks like, I don't know.
Like she looks like she's been done. Yeah. I mean, and so that's the Mar-a-Lago face that everyone was talking about. And when I did my media interviews, I was like, oh yeah, it's just rich people that are older doing work. And then we talk about this on the show all the time, that a lot of times what happens is somebody gets a little work done, they're like, oh, I look good, and what do? They want more. Well, there's that really kind of very fine line tipping point where it's like you do some work and you look good, but then suddenly you get too much work done and then you start to look fake.
Yeah.
And it looks bad. You look overdone, right? And so that's all this is. And so that kind of popped up, Mar-a-Lago face, the same way that Ozempic face and all that stuff popped up and people were talking about it.
Yeah.
So I did a couple media interviews, and obviously I didn't even think it was important enough to do a segment on the show about. But then this past week, my feed was just flooded with all these news articles. And I actually pulled some. Throw up that last pick, Brenna. And I just picked the first 12. There was literally 30 or 40 of all of these news outlets, and you can read all these. And basically the gist is, plastic surgeons say that they're really worried about the surge of people asking for Mar-a-Lago face. Like people want Mar-a-Lago face. And I was like, what? Nobody comes into your office and says, I want to look like an overdone, crazy person. I was just like, where is this coming from? I just don't understand why these outlets are reporting that people are, no one, and first of all, I think that everyone has a negative connotation of Mar-a-Lago face. No one thinks of the name Mar-a-Lago face. I mean, once you hear about it, right, you're thinking this is a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, why would you ask for that?
Yeah, that's weird.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, obviously, these ladies in that time, or I guess in that age, in that bracket, they want that look. They think that look means something.
I think,
like that. It's like if you have this look, then you're like, I don't know. It's like if you get like when girls get like their first like. Back in my day, it was like the trend was like a Gucci belt, like the little GG
so it's
belt.
Like having
and
the
if
look
you
done.
had a GG belt, then that was like, you're cool.
I don't know. I don't think that people want to look.
It's like a trend for their age
Maybe
bracket.
they do. Maybe they look at themselves and be like, oh, I look good.
Just like the trend used to be like super skinny and frail looking, and now it's like
the 90s, yeah.
Boom, boom,
Kate
boom.
Moss.
Yeah.
I honestly think, so there's two parts to this. One, is there really a higher percentage of people that go to Mar-a-Lago that look overdone? I think if you compared them to the general populace, the answer is probably yes. But why? Why? Because they're all rich people and they're all middle-aged or older.
Rich women can be getting stuff done to their face.
I think if you compared the number of people that go to Mar-a-Lago or Trump's Inner Circle to comparable group of people, say celebrities, people who are older, people who have a ton of money, and people who are in the public eye, all of these people are getting all this work done.
I wouldn't even say really in the public eye, because I feel like if, I guess they are, but like not like a celebrity status. Like you don't see like Jennifer Aniston looking like a Mar-a-Lago face.
Yeah. I agree. I mean,
like, because she's in that same age bracket, but she's not looking that way. So there must be something that's like
But a lot of celebrities, I mean, look at Madonna. Like, she had that look. She had the Mar-a-Lago face.
And everybody was like, stop that. And then she doesn't look like that anymore.
Maybe it's because...
Maybe because nobody's like, hey, you should stop that.
that might be true.
Because everybody's like, yes.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
And maybe the fact that those people in that type of circle where it's political or media related, like, no one's telling them...
They don't have like a assistant that's like, you should stop.
Yeah, you need to stop. You need to tone down.
Hey, everybody on social media is telling you look like a weirdo, so you should probably stop. Because they're not on social media, like taking pictures and doing that stuff. They're just on a camera making speeches.
Yeah, they all have their people. I've noticed that about politicians and social media. I guarantee you, outside of Trump, who's probably the only one, like, they're not controlling their social media. Like, they have handlers for that. They have assistants or dedicated people that are doing it. I think a lot of the celebrities tend to more control their own. So they're seeing all these comments of like, oh, you look like an alien. They're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get that 5th vial of filler next time.
Maybe I should stop looking like that.
But yeah, I don't know. I saw all these articles and like, I do think that, you know, I do think the media will jump on any chance to like dog Trump or anything related to Trump. And honestly, I think that's where a lot of these kind of articles are coming from. Like, oh, okay, Mar-a-Lago basically means Trump, and these people go, Mar-a-Lago look, you know, freakish or whatever. Yeah. And so they're like, oh, we need to like get this
Honestly,
out.
I kind of think it's like old school rich lady things.
Yeah, dude, all people that are like old and rich, you know, they're all getting work done.
And that's why they're not on social media. They're not hearing people say like, hey, that's not a good idea anymore.
I do think you're right. I think they're getting less feedback.
Yeah, they're just doing what they know they're supposed to do at that age because their mother did it.
Yeah, and everybody's doing it.
Or their in-laws are doing it, and they're like, this is what you're supposed to do when you get this age.
Yeah.
You know?
But I definitely do have beef with this kind of recent articles about people requesting this. I've never in a million years had somebody come in and say, I want to look overdone.
But you've had people come in saying, I want my boobs to look overdone.
Yeah, actually, I have
Cindy
had that.
said, don't Mar-a-Lago my face, please.
My wife. Don't Mar-a-Lago.
He's like, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, you don't want to. I don't know. I look at the overdone look, and
You'll cancel that surgery.
Yeah, I'm just like, I just don't like it. I mean, if people know you've had a bunch of work done, I just think it's bad.
Do you think they even notice it? Like, you know, whenever I self-tan, and I like look kind of crazy, I'm like, I think I have tan blindness because sometimes I'm like, I don't look tan enough.
You're like, I love the way my skin looks, and your friends are like, you look orange.
Yeah, you're like, look. Yeah, or like blonde blindness. Sometimes I'll like I just get like highlights, and I'm like, it's not blonde enough. Like I want it lighter.
I want
and I'm like, blonde blindness.
More.
Mar-a-Lago blindness, is that a thing?
I think it might be. You know the problem is everybody needs that one friend that just says,
honest
you
truth.
Look like crap. What are you doing? This is horrible. You know, I have those friends, and so
everybody needs them.
Everybody needs that friend.
Are you that friend?
Oh yeah. I don't know, Robert. Am I that friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be honest.
Yeah.
That's why you want good friends.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Just basically, do I look fat in these pants? Yeah, you look huge. Like, don't ever wear those again. All right.
That does not look good on you.
Do not do that ever. Well, and it's funny because like when my wife will like put on clothes, like I'm that way with my wife too, and she'll probably chime in. She'll like put something on, I'm like, no, don't wear that. Please take that off.
I have a friend that's like that, but she says it like in like this most super passive aggressive, like funny way. So
Really?
like I'll say, oh, this is cute. And she's like, that's something.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah,
it's something to buy.
Yeah.
And you're like,
you could buy that.
Yeah.
I would be like, no, please don't buy that. In fact, please take it and put it into the nearest trash receptacle because it's just absolutely horrid. So, all right, let's recap, Brennan. Mar-a-Lago face, is this a real thing? Well, if you haven't heard of Mar-a-Lago face, that is the look of the people that go to Mar-a-Lago that are in the political inner Trump circle. And basically, in short, it means that they're overdone. Big puffy lips, big cheeks, maybe a bad facelift. Is it a thing? I mean, sort of, not really. I mean, you're talking about a group of people who, one, have a lot of money, two who are middle-aged or older, and pretty much anyone in that age bracket is getting a lot of work done. You could compare it to like celebrities or other people who are in the public eye. But we were talking today about an article, actually dozens and dozens of articles that are claiming that people are actually requesting Mar-a-Lago face, and I am calling fake news on that. No one is coming in and asking for that ridiculousness on purpose. But what does happen is people get a little work done and they look good, and then they say more, give me more, and then suddenly they look overdone. So yeah, please don't get Mar-a-Lago faced. It's not a good look.
No.
Don't do it. You don't want Mar-a-Lago face, do you, Sarah? No. Okay. Now, Sarah, I love when you do segments.
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Let me get out my notes.
Yeah, get out. I'm old school. I
paper.
got like the note cards. But Sarah's like, she's young, she's hip.
Yeah,
She's
so
all
young
digital.
and hip.
And I love tech, but I don't know. I kind of like the feel of a note card in my hand. Plus, if I have to write it, I feel like it makes me remember better. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What are you talking about today, Sarah?
We're talking about Thanksgiving. So I did a little
Thanksgiving
research, and I went to our queen of Thanksgiving and holidays of everything.
Martha Stewart?
Yes.
Oh, I knew it. Yes.
I went to Martha Stewart, and she kind of gave us some classic Thanksgiving 101. So we're just going to go over some stuff. You
So
ready?
this is like new trends, old trends?
This is like what 2025 Thanksgiving is probably gonna look like at your house.
Later, because we actually, my mom passed this past year. She always did Thanksgiving, so now
Are you hosting?
we're hosting.
Those are some of the questions I have. So shush.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right.
Okay.
Get ready, Brandon. There's questions coming up.
I'm ready.
Okay, so one of the articles was actually about butterball turkey. Why did I say chicken?
Butterball turkey.
Yeah, so that's like the typical
That's a really well-known one.
Yes. So they did like a survey, and they did let me see, what did it say? They did a massive survey, and Thanksgiving is going to be up to like 9 people coming to your house. So they're I don't know why they did butterball their turkey
So
for this.
is that enough butterball for 9 people?
I guess they didn't talk about the size of the turkey or anything.
Oh,
they were
what
just
they
talking about
the number of people.
Yeah.
So the
like
average
the typical size of
is 9.
Yeah, is what you should expect at your house. So
I think we're gonna have more than that.
yeah, and then Martha Stewart on this article, she did a massive poll of like 34,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
And the top time to serve Thanksgiving dinner is between 2 and 3
That makes sense.
p.m. and then the runner-up is 4 to 6 p.m. and only 9% think dinner should be served
Late.
late.
Yeah, because there's football to watch.
Yeah,
be doing-
and there's naps to be taken.
Right. You can't be doing dinner late.
So, what time do you and everybody else in here, what time do you think Thanksgiving dinner should start?
So historically, at my mom's house, I want to say it was around 2.
Yeah, that's how I feel about
Yeah.
it too.
What do you think, Brennan? Early or late Thanksgiving?
I think like the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like my family just in general are not morning people, and so like we all like my parents will wake up at like noon, and
Yeah.
so
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah, they're pretty good about doing prep stuff like the night
Yeah,
before.
do it the night
so
before.
I think like 2 to 3.
Okay, that's
So-
good. So we're all in agreement on that.
Yeah. Are you so you're going to be hosting, but
Yes.
in the past, are you a show up early and help in the kitchen, or a person that's like just
No.
walks right in
I'm late.
with the food?
I'm late to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although we do try to go a little bit early because you got to have like the pre-Thanksgiving cocktails.
Yeah.
You can't just jump into turkey. You got to have like a mimosa.
Yeah.
Or a Bloody Mary.
Gotta do something.
Obviously.
The appetizers.
Yeah.
So 9 people at a table. Is that too much or too little for you? But you said you're going to have more than
we
that.
have pretty big Thanksgivings.
So you're going to have like a little kid table and like a grown-up table?
No, we just kind of add on to the table.
Make it
Just
like
make it
weave
longer.
through,
Yeah,
like,
it's like a
out your
snake
house.
coming through our house.
Like
yeah.
the Grinch?
Yeah, totally.
The classic Grinch.
Yeah, we're kind of a wayward home for like if people don't have somewhere to go for Thanksgiving, we often have them. Well, we do it for we never hosted Thanksgiving before, but for Christmas we do that. So
Yeah.
it's going to be the same. Like if there's certain people we know that may not have family in town, and we're like, hey, come to our house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Me and Cody are hosting Thanksgiving.
Oh, you are hosting?
Yeah.
Oh, is this your first time hosting?
No,
Oh,
I've
all
made
right.
Thanksgiving dinner before.
Oh, you're like a pro. at
Yeah, I like cooking and like being like organized that day. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm kind of like a chaotic person.
Yes, I agree with that. In a good way, though. Good chaos. It's good chaos.
But, okay, so we've found out 9 people, 2 p.m.
Yeah, I think 9's pretty small, but yes.
That's like the standard. That's the
Okay,
average
that's
amount. So that's how
It's
much
like
you
max
should
for
expect.
me.
That's max for you, Brent?
Yeah.
9?
I think there's going to be more than 9 people at my house, too.
Yeah.
But anyways, now we're going to go on to sides and pies.
Okay.
Okay, so Martha Stewart also released the ranking of America's favorite pies. What do you think the top 3 are?
Favorite pie.
I already know
I
that.
will say. Go ahead. What do you think, Brent?
Pecan pie.
Pecan? No
Yeah,
way.
and pumpkin.
Is that one?
Yeah.
It is?
And
Yeah.
what's another one?
I was going to
People
say
either
apple,
love or
cherry.
hate pumpkin.
I hate pumpkin.
I do too.
It's so
it
gross.
depends. I have to be like in the mood for it, which
And
is
like
not
when you like
often.
carve it up and
It's the texture. It's too
and
mushy.
It's the texture and the taste and just basically I
Yeah.
hate everything about pumpkins.
The only one that I think is
I
like
don't even like what they look
tolerable
like.
is Costco's pumpkin pie. Theirs is actually really good, but I can't eat too much of it. I can just have a couple bites and then I'm like done.
Y'all are mad.
I don't like anything pumpkin. In fact, someone brought me a pumpkin latte and I was like, okay,
Oh,
I'll
no.
try it. And I was just like, I can't drink this. This
I
is
like it,
terrible.
but I get tired of it really
Love
fast.
pumpkins.
Really?
Okay, what's number 3, Brenna?
Oh,
Pumpkin pecan?
apple?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Dude,
what do you
Brittany,
think?
You like
Yeah.
rock that.
Okay,
It's so good.
So
Okay, all
number
right, very
1
good.
is pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin.
I love pumpkin
I said
pie.
pecan was
I hate-
first, so
Love pumpkin. I
Wrong
like
order.
pumpkin everything.
I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pecan pie. I don't
Wow,
really like.
you don't like pie?
Number 2 is apple. So let's see if you like any of these. Then there's number
Okay.
3 is pecan.
I could do apple. I can't do pecan.
Number 4 is sweet potato.
Sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
only had that as casserole.
I
I
like
make a sweet
I like
potato
sweet
casserole,
potatoes.
and it's
With
pretty much like a
marshmallows?
dessert.
Yeah, I like sweet potatoes.
And
I
then
don't like
cherry pie.
cherry.
Oh, that's my dad's favorite. We have to
Yeah.
have it.
I don't eat a lot of sweets though, so I actually usually
Those
pass.
are the top 5 pies in America for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Good to know.
Okay, I don't know if you have this in there, but what about turkey trot? Do
Wait,
you
is
know
that-
anyone that's a turkey trot family?
Is that like
That
where
like
you go
goes.
race?
Oh,
The
you mean that
marathon?
goes on like a walk for Thanksgiving?
I
Yeah.
think we
A 5K?
did that once.
Do
you do that?
No, but my boyfriend's family is.
Oh, really?
So I'm like dreading that.
Well, you're gonna have to do it.
I don't know. He did it last year.
He's expecting you to step up, Brennan.
And I made the turkey for
That's
his
what you
family
gotta tell
last
him.
year.
Like, look, I would love to go out and run
I have
on
to prep
Thanksgiving
the
morning,
turkey.
but I got
Exactly.
like work to do.
Yeah.
I'll be in the
I gotta prep
kitchen.
that meal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And speaking of turkey, Campbell's soup, our beloved,
I do like Campbell's.
they like, they help make all the sides for all Thanksgiving pretty much.
They do?
Mushroom soup.
Oh,
They've got
right,
all the
right,
things
right.
that make it. And they did a survey too with Martha Stewart, and it was 63% of Americans say sides are more important than the turkey. What do y'all think?
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. I mean, I think the turkey is the showpiece, but like, there's so many sides that,
Yeah.
like, as a whole, like as a group, it's
You
important.
get like one spot for turkey, and
Do
then there's
we-
like massive.
We have some really good sides. We do these green bean bundles, which is like green beans wrapped with bacon and then brown
Yum.
sugar. Oh my God,
Oh
they're
my
so
gosh.
good. And then we do potato stackers, which is thin sliced potatoes in like a muffin pan.
Ooh.
Bring
With,
us
like-
the leftovers the week
They're
after.
pretty good. Yeah, no, we do.
It sounds like you make like a twist on like classics.
We do that, yeah.
I mean,
in fact,
yeah.
for turkey, what we do for Thanksgiving a lot of times, we actually get the Popeyes turkeys, which are the spicy Cajun turkeys.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
That's cool. So, what if you? We're gonna do some more questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, what's your Thanksgiving like favorite dessert? Like, what's your?
I don't do desserts.
Oh my God.
I really don't. I'm just not a big dessert person.
You're not a sweet person.
I'm not. I don't eat a lot of cakes or pies. Yeah.
What's yours, Berna?
I'm the opposite. I'm very much a sweet tooth, but I mean pecan pie, but my grandma makes these like pecan pie bars and they're just like, they're little squares, so they're bite size. So I feel like I can just like keep eating them instead of just like cutting pieces of the pie. Yeah.
Do not like fudge.
That
so
and apple
rich.
pie are my
Ugh,
favorite.
I hate I
apple pie
literally
is good.
So good.
am repulsed by fudge. I just don't like it.
Bucky's fudge.
No.
Theirs is good, but
I would.
it
no.
does hurt my stomach.
I can't eat it. It's just too rich. It just makes me
Yeah.
like nauseous to think about it.
So since you're hosting, are you gonna ask like people, like your family, like, oh, bring like a dessert or bring a side or something?
You know, I don't know. I probably
or you
need
just
to
like bring wine.
I need to probably
and
figure this
shut
out.
your mouth.
In fact, my wife was just talking about that. We got to start prepping for Thanksgiving. I was like, all right, well, let me know what I need to do because
yeah,
I don't know if I'm cooking because I like to cook, but
it's a lot.
Yeah, I just
Especially
don't know.
if you're doing a lot for
I
people.
don't know what is happening. I really need to get on top of that because I'm probably gonna have to start prepping here like this weekend.
I'm doing like Cody and I are gonna just cook meat because he likes to cook. Like his family likes more of like smoked meat, so he's making a brisket. But I'm like, we need a turkey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a turkey. I don't care if anybody eats it. I'm gonna eat it.
When we've hosted the Christmas in the past, because we usually always host Christmas, like we'll do some like random stuff. Like for 1 year we did like Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Like got really good fajita meat. 1 year we did seafood. We had crab legs. Like we try to mix it up.
Yeah.
You know, just be different.
But I like turkey gravy and stuffing.
Yeah, turkey's always good.
Yeah.
I like
and
turkey
I
too.
only eat it once a year, which is Thanksgiving. So.
I like turkey sandwiches, like turkey subs.
Yeah, deli meat.
Oh, you meant like a full turkey?
Yeah, like an
yeah,
actual.
I mean,
like,
I think that's
roasted
kind of
turkey.
standard.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And I'm asking people that are coming, like Cody's family and stuff, just like they're bringing sides and stuff because we're hosting.
Do you guys have any Thanksgiving traditions? Because we have a really weird one.
I don't.
No?
Not really. Just watch football and eat a lot and sleep.
So we do this thing called Thanksgiving bingo.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like the white elephant gift thing. So you bring a gift that's wrapped, and it has to be under a certain dollar amount. And then we play bingo, and if you get a bingo, you get to pick a gift. And then the next person that gets a bingo can steal your gift or pick another one out of the pile.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, so we do it every year, and it gets very contentious because someone always brings some, not like expensive, but like a cool gift, and then people fight over it, and then it usually devolves into like everyone shouting at each other. But we still do it every year. It's a lot of fun.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a family tradition. Cute. Thanksgiving bingo. We've been doing it for forever, as long as I can remember.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
I made my mom start doing Secret Santa for
it's like that.
not Secret Santa, but that like the gift thing, and you like pass it around and whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
White elephant?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Except it's bingo.
Except it's bingo. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So I made my mom do that because like it was getting to the point where like we were just bringing 10 gifts to my mom's house for like an aunt or an uncle that we only see once a year.
Right. Yeah. I know
I'm
people
like,
that do that where they have so much family that it's like it's impossible to buy everyone a gift. So you do
it's
something.
stupid.
Yeah.
And you end up just like putting it on a shelf, whatever they buy you, and you're like,
we have
I don't
smaller
even know
families,
that.
so we don't go that route. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that I made my mom do that. But next, this is the last one.
Okay.
So so Martha Stewart also had a DoorDash analysis on there.
People DoorDash Thanksgiving?
Well, not for what you think. So with most things, when you're planning like a big meal or just planning anything, you always forget something.
Right.
And it's usually the day of that you remember it. So what do you think the top 3 things that DoorDash gets asked to deliver to your house the day of?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say...
What?
What do you say, Robert?
Cranberries?
That's what I was going to say, cranberry
Nope.
sauce. No?
Ice?
Nope.
Beer?
About gravy?
Beer.
No.
No gravy.
It's like, think of ingredient.
Oh,
wise.
Ingredients. Stuffing?
No, that's
Celery.
not an ingredient. That is the meal. That's the
stuffing?
side.
All right, I'll say something even dumber. Let's see. No, I don't know. I have no idea. What do you think?
So the number one thing people forget is vanilla extract to buy.
Oh, that's
Vanilla
so
extract.
that makes
How
sense.
does someone even know
Because
that?
if you don't cook or bake
Who
that
looks up this
often,
data? The vanilla extract's the number one thing that people...
well, that's because people at DoorDash are
yeah,
like,
I guess they're calculated.
yeah, okay. And then the next one
Brown
is
sugar.
I mean, that's a good one, but no, it's not on here.
Butter.
Nope.
Never mind, I give up.
I have no idea.
Sage is like a super big ingredient with Thanksgiving meals. It's so big, you use a lot of it.
All right, everybody out there, don't forget your vanilla sage. Oh, wait, there was one more. Nutmeg, yeah. Make
Peelers and graters.
Oh, there's, what is it? Grater?
Peelers and graters. Like peelers to peel potatoes, graters to grate cheese
Has anyone
and stuff
seen
like
the
that.
potato peeler? Nope, not since last Thanksgiving. Call DoorDash.
Yeah, and then the next one, and it says, which is ordered almost 3,000 more % on Thanksgiving.
This is number one?
Yes.
I have no clue.
A meat thermometer for your turkey.
A meat thermometer.
Yeah.
That totally makes
That's
sense.
the only time I've ever bought one, and I still have it. My first
I
turkey.
actually I love cooking meat, so I have like a really nice
It's
digital.
like attached to your phone and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that because it's really important to me to make sure it's the right temperature.
So, does this sound like any of you guys? Are you going to forget something?
Oh, I'm sure. What we normally do is we don't DoorDash. Like whoever's last, we'll call them and be like, "Hey,
so you go. Somebody
on the way,
goes
can
and
you
gets
stop
it."
and pick up some nutmeg?"
Or you just like you're like, well, we're just not going to make that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
My-
it's not gonna happen this year.
My sister pays for like the Instacart monthly, so it's free delivery. So she like orders whatever we need, and she has it. It's like, oh, it's on the way.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
crazy. So if anything, she's gonna be the one using that.
Nice.
I don't know
Hey.
if I'm just cheap or whatever, but I almost never DoorDash.
Same.
I'm just like, I'm
It
not
is
paying an
expensive.
extra
and it takes longer than to just go
20
yourself.
bucks, then yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
do.
Sometimes technology comes on like, oh, that's cool, but yeah, I'm not using that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Well, that was pretty much it. So,
All right.
You're expecting 9 people?
So we'll have to give a full report. Of course, we won't be here next week because
Yeah.
holidays. But in 2 weeks when we meet back up, we're gonna have a Thanksgiving report. Where are you going, Brittany? You going to your folks' house or?
So this year we always go to Austin for my
Uh-huh.
my mom's side of the family.
Yeah.
Which is where my boyfriend's family lives, so sometimes
Oh.
we kind of can join. But
Perfect.
this year we're going to my dad's
Oh.
mom, which is New Mexico, on her
Oh.
ranch.
Oh, that'd
so it's
be
gonna be
cool.
really
That'll be
small.
fun.
Yeah, I'm flying alone on a little tiny plane called
Puddle
like Denver
jumper?
Air. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's like 8 people. So I'm really
Wow.
scared. I don't
You'll be
know.
all right.
I've
pretty
flown
safe
one
flight.
like that from like Alaskan Airlines
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
time.
So, but
Yeah, we've
It
done
was
some
pretty-
small planes
we don't have
before. It's
Costco
always
or anything
interesting,
near
yeah.
us. So Haley can't use my sister can't use her Instacart.
Yeah,
if we forget
right, no
something.
Instacart.
So it's like an hour,
She's
2
gonna have to
hours from
go.
Lubbock.
Just gonna have to ride a
Oh my
horse.
gosh.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Anyway.
All right. Well, good luck. We'll have to get a full
Yes.
report.
Yeah.
Next
Nobody
time we
forget
meet.
vanilla extract.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Please hit that like, subscribe button, and please leave us a comment. If you have a topic that you'd like us to cover on the next episode of Nip Talk, we will do it. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.